20-7 over the course of the season, Supersonic. And again, that takes into account their 15-game winning streak. We haven't seen teams do that very often in the rival series. I can't think of a team that went 3-0 in 5 straight series. I'm sure one exists, but it has been an historic run for the Charlotte Phoenix. And if they could put 3 more together, they go up to the RLCS. But they're going up against a team, Super, in chaos that is also playing for their lives.
They're playing against a team that is back against the wall, and that is when they're going to be the most dangerous. This is when they're going to do things that you may not expect. Maybe they don't all work for them, but they're going to at least try to keep this interesting as they try to bring a bit of pressure towards Charlotte Phoenix. Can they do that? I'm not sure. Charlotte Phoenix being second in the number of conceded goals that they give up so far this season, giving up less than 1.5 goals per game.
Yeah. That'll let you win a few games, won't it? To the tune of, again, 15 in a row. And a streak that they very well could. Let's face it, as good as this Chaos team is, I don't think it would surprise anybody to see them stretch that lead, or that streak to 18. Karma almost scoring from the ceiling there. Now Corrupted G, that's going to be blocked by Shadow. It does have to be a relief for Karma to go into this match trying to secure number 1, this time with Turinturo as a teammate as he scores.
Turinturo with the stretch to get to this. He was expecting this ball to be much more centered, and he has to stretch out to that side, get out in front of that ball, and redirect that back in, and he nails that shot. Every single player on this Charlotte Phoenix team can shoot ridiculous angles.
It was last season when Karma, Shadow, and Jay Wismont had to take on Full Metal Gaming, led by this same Turinturo, and FMG gave Charlotte all they could handle and then some, but ultimately Charlotte did prevail, and they took the number 1 spot in the league. It didn't matter. They ended up not promoting, but this time number 1 means you auto-promote. So nothing can go wrong as far as promotion goes. Double demo from Turinturo. Carvacita makes it 2-0.
Double demo. Mektos realizing he's the only one left on the field on this lonely field where you are the last one left up, and you know every bit of pressure is on you to show up. Not able to get there under that pressure. Lot of aggression so far coming out from Charlotte Phoenix.
Lonely is the night when you're all alone in goal. Shadow and Karma both back for this. And it will be Turoko who forces that through, and Turo just pops that up. Shadow will have it. That could have gone very badly for the Charlotte Phoenix, but it did not, as few things have.
I mean, they did back in week 2 and 3, Ablev Stromboli, but since then they have been flying high. And I remember Karma and Shadow and seeing all of them put out tweets of just, we don't know what's going on. We're not sure what the issue is. We're not performing like you guys expect us to. We're sorry. We saw those types of tweets, but man, whatever it is that wasn't working, you guys figured it out.
Turo's shot is blocked, but Mekto's going to find Turoko downfield. That's going to sail high. There will be no rebound because Shadow is able to play that and collect it. So many times you see a player just go for a big booming clear off the backboard. Shadow went with a more control-oriented approach. He got demoed, but he's right back into the play and dumping the ball right back into the Chaos end. Now Karma over to the other side. It will be Corrupted G past Shadow. Turo did take out Turoko, but Corrupted G would have a look if he hit the ball. This is still a little awkward for Turo, as Turoko will block that, and Karma will take over only for a moment. There haven't been many opportunities for Chaos. They've created a little bit of havoc in front of the net. That's maybe their best chance, but Turo blocked that too.
They're just not letting anything through. This is why this team does so well. They generate some of the fastest transitional offense that we've seen as they bang the ball back, and they always have somebody on the sidewall waiting for that, looking to do that cherry pick shot. And then on the other end, they don't allow that many shots to even occur. And when they do, they're still saving them.
Sirocco over towards Corrupted G. But again, they cannot get a ball down in front. Can't get a good look on target. The shots are only 5-3 in favor of Charlotte. That's going to be blocked away as well. But mostly because Chaos, they can't get into position to get a shot off.
No, they're just getting swarmed. There is somebody there to challenge that ball. They're playing the defense challenge every ball in the offensive half. They're just in their face, putting pressure and just constantly attacking that ball. Shot on target, knocked away by Mekdos. But they're just there, and they just kind of smother you and don't allow you to do anything that you want.
Mekdos will have a full tank of boost, but he doesn't get that ball. Instead, Corrupted G has to make the save. Down to 15 seconds. A Shadow will apply a little more pressure. I mean, Sirocco and Chaos, they need to score right about now to give themselves a chance, and they, again, cannot get downfield. Turinturo.exe is booted up. 3-0.
8 shots to 3. Since, I think there's the 1.5 or 2 minute left mark, you said something about the number of shots, and there hasn't been a shot out of Chaos since that point.
And there isn't going to be one either, because look at this. The kickoff does eventually get back to the Chaos defensive end. That will do it. Charlotte Phoenix make it 16 in a row.
16.
Wow.
It's an absurd number.
These are dumb numbers. This is what they are.
They tripled the number of shots out of Chaos, and this is one of those stat lines, and this is something that they really figured out, this balance. They're a team that has a really balanced rotation. They don't leave too many open nets. They do occasionally, and they get punished now and then when they feel they have an opportunity to make an offensive attack, rather than seeing them kind of feel like they're forced to. I don't ever feel like Charlotte's forcing their way into a triple commit on the other end of the field. They're doing it systematically. So that leaves them in situations where they have a player back. And the majority of the time, that guy's breaking the play up at the midfield. He's not even letting the ball get down the field to take a shot on the net. And on the same side, on the other side of that token, when you stop the ball in midfield and you're doing placement the way that Shadow is, where he's kind of coming cross field, picking that ball up and self-touching it to himself on the wall and restarting the offense from the 50, things are going to go your way, and they end up generating a ton of shots. They end up getting second overall in the season with 9 shots per game.
In this stretch of 16 straight victories, now 9 of them have been shutouts, rather 8 of them have been shutouts, including 3 in a row over Omni Nation, and then they added a couple more against, I believe it was 72 PC, so at one point they had a good 25 minutes or so keeping teams off the board. This will not be a shutout, as Mekdos will score very early on, and that's a great sign for Chaos after they were stifled in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to try and break out of that smothering pressure and presence of Charlotte, getting a goal and being up 1-0 at the start, it's a great way to get it started.
Turinturo, can he get back onto this? No, but Shadow can, and that could be just as deadly. We see some great passes out of him. A player that, of course, you know you're going to get scoring out of him. You could get some here, but Sirocco will make the save. I almost couldn't believe when I looked at the numbers and saw 1.3 plus goals per game. After a great pass there, Karma's shots blocked by Mekdos. I mean, you've got to be on your game defending this team at all times.
Not only does he have 1.37 goals per game, he's averaging 1.59 saves per game and almost 4 shots a game. He's on both ends of the field. He's not necessarily there as much on that assist. He still averages 0.67 assists per game, so, you know, he's getting one every other game. But if you have a player that's going to score that many goals while getting that many saves, Who cares if the guy assists? Let him go do his thing. The other two of you figure out how to assist each other.
Some players do both extremely well, like Rizex for RJM we saw earlier today when they punched their ticket into the top 6 in Europe. Some, they just do one thing incredibly well, and that is what Shadow does. He does offense. He does offense good, period. Turinturo. This is going to go quickly downfield, and there's Turoko with a big drive, and the lead is 2 for Chaos.
Yeah, Mekdo's going to put that one into the middle. Turoko's going to get a piece of it. Sends a boomer downfield, and they extend that lead out. They seem to have figured it out. They got something going here, but Charlotte is that team that when they do drop, they typically turn it back around. They do figure these things out quickly, live in match. A lot of teams we see them take until the next game. These comms with these guys are going, and they are figuring out what the issue is now and trying to correct that.
Karma challenged by Corrupted G. This will kick right out towards Shadow. No way he gets another touch on this. And it will be guided off to the corner by Corrupted G, who has a teammate over there in Mekdos. Now Gabe all the way across, but waiting for it is Turinturo. And Turoko had to get a dangerous touch. Just the one he needed. Back downfield goes this ball, only to be brought right back in. Turinturo looking for Corrupted G, and I think he got a piece of it.
I think he might have Karma with the bomb from their third of the field. Gets it just up and over. Corrupt doesn't get him. It looks like Corrupted just narrowly dodged him, but Corrupted got just a piece of the ball. It looks like he either ran out of boost or he let off of it just early out. He had another 2-3 boost in the tank. He should have made contact with that and sent that into the ceiling or the backboard.
I mean, they are a pretty good ranked duo, but now is not the time or the place. Karma challenging one to get it over to the side. Turinturo has to as well. 2 minutes left. And Charlotte Phoenix have been gifted a goal, which is the last thing the likes of, say, Omni Nation want to see.
The last thing they even need.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not a team you need to gift anything to, believe me. Give them all you have. Let them earn it. Don't hand them to them on a silver platter.
Shadow will lob one up. Will be easily cleared away. The lead still intact for Chaos, but maybe not for long. Shadow shot going to be disrupted. He's going to pop that out towards Karma, but he wasn't expecting that last touch. Now a ball banked in towards the target. Karma has to go way up top. It'll be Turinturo who takes this. He's got Shadow all the way downfield. He hit him, and Turo will collect on the pass from Shadow. That is beautiful.
This is where Charlotte Phoenix shines. These types of plays, we've seen it a couple times. They take them to the corner and they play this kind of cherry picker roll out of the corner and off the opponent's backboard, and they set up pass opportunities that not a lot of other teams execute on. We don't see that happen quite as often as Charlotte Phoenix does it.
Turinturo all the way across. Nobody was there. But Karma beaten by Mekdos, so Shadow falling away into his own net has to make that save. Now Turo to kill a little more time off the clock. Get downfield, score with as little time as possible, because it almost feels like it's inevitable that this Charlotte team's going to score again as Turo gets around Turoko. And past Corrupted G, this will pop right up. Karma's there, but so is Turoko. And back downfield goes everybody else, and Turo was being chased by Mekdos there. Mekdos almost caught up to him. Karma with 20 seconds left looking for Shadow. Instead, this ball could have fallen to Turo, but he backs up and deals with that attempt from Corrupted G. Good conservative play, but now Turo's going to make this save, and he does. Boy, that was crucial for the Charlotte Phoenix. They keep this game tied, but for how much longer? Looks like in towards overtime, though nothing is certain as Karma keeps us in the air. Shadow will get there. Maybe a little greedy, but it could work out. Mekdos, no. Corrupted G will keep it up. And now Chaos will have a chance. This should definitely touchdown.
Oh!
Oh, it does not.
What
Corrupted
just
G
happened?
just above the goal line.
Gabe, you're nuts, brother. Gets one off the backboard, gets underneath the front flip to lift that ball just enough to sneak it past the goal line, and they steal this one away from Charlotte Phoenix.
Wow. That's incredible. It's the second time we've seen today that a game probably should have gone to overtime. There's no reason for the ball to be kept up, and it still ends in regulation on just unreal stuff from Corrupted G. What a time to score his first goal of the series as Chaos steals that game back from the Charlotte Phoenix.
That is how you show up when, you know, maybe nothing's going on. You haven't had a ton happen yet in the series. Hello, Gabe is here. He just showed up in the final second, and it shows why you need to just ground that ball out. It's the final day of the season of league play. Charlotte, bury that ball in the dirt. Put it in the turf. Put it in the ground. End that match and move on to the next one and take your 3-0. What? Get the 3-0.
Well, they would have had to go to overtime to get there, to be fair.
Yeah.
And they did give up a kickoff goal. So take that for what it's worth. But hey, doesn't matter how you get there, right? 3-2. The win goes to Chaos. We're 1-1 in the series, baby.
We're getting at least a game 4 out of this one.
Sure are.
Which is not something I expected. Chaos definitely putting on a much better performance here than paper would indicate they should be doing. But again, when someone's back is against the wall, that's when they're going to try to levels that you're not used to experiencing from them. And Corrupted G getting very involved in showing how much he's locked in and how much he cares about this series right now at the final moment of game number 2.
There is nothing more dangerous than a creature with its back against the wall in fight or flight mode, because if they choose to fight, look out. Chaos certainly have. Turanturo over towards Karma, doing all she could to try and redirect that back towards the net. He could not, and now here comes Mektos. Got around one, but Karma's right there. And again, you cannot lapse for a beat at all. You've got to be constantly moving, constantly communicating, and these two teams have epitomized that so far in 2 games and a minute. Turanturo over towards Shadow. Shadow creates something out of nothing. Got the pass off to Karma, but the save made by Corrupted G. But how do you come back from giving up that goal? Shadow's got to direct that to the corner. He does. Karma will follow. There is no boost over there. Corrupted G won't get to this in time, but it should be Chaos ball. Only until Turanturo gets his hands on it. He might have lost that ball, though. He did, and Taroko took it away.
I'm not sure what's going on here at the start of this match with Charlotte Phoenix. Maybe that goal from Gabe has done something to them. But thus far, almost all the hits had gone the way of Turanturo. There really wasn't a lot of team movement. He was kind of the guy that was just there for everything. And eventually, he's going to have a bad touch. Unfortunately, it came to them at a time where it basically just left an open net, and they give up that first goal, which is what happened in the last series. Chaos opened up with the opening goal, and they have the lead here once again going into game number 3. This is not where you want to be right now, Charlotte. You got to get it together.
Corrupted G will yield to Taroko. Mektos didn't quite get there in time, and here's Turanturo throwing one over to the corner. Might have had Shadow as an option, but he couldn't get around for a pass. Mektos plays that back into his own corner, not the touch that anybody on Chaos was hoping for. And now he's kind of made a mess of things on the side. Mektos got a demo, though, and took Shadow out of the play.
Oof.
Doesn't matter, because Karma comes bullying her way through.
Yeah, Karma going to come in and just juggernaut this ball right off the top of Corrupted. Almost rolls him upside down with the amount of power she put into the side of that ball, into the side of his car. Pushes that one through, ties it up. 1/2. Game number 3 remains.
Remember, if Chaos wins this series, they remain in the top 6. Off the post by Corrupted G, the hero of Game 2. But if they lose, they are out of the top 6. They'll have to go through the play-in process again. And there's Taroko with a big drive as Chaos means business.
Double commit there from Turin. That was not his ball. He's actually behind Shadow at that point. He jumped from the third man position and tried to get up there with Karma, which left their last man all alone in net and made it way too easy to go in to bully him and open that other side up.
Mektos underneath one, over another, trying to bully his way through Shadow. It's almost worked out. There's another shot from Taroko. Make it 4 in the series. RBG
Chaos is just swarming them right now. Charlotte Phoenix is just not able to get up. They feel like they're on the back foot. They're fighting from a position they haven't been in a long time, in weeks worth of time. And you can see it's kind of getting to them. They're not playing like we saw them play in game number 1.
So Taroko's got a hat trick. 3-1 the lead for Chaos. Trying to take the upper hand in a series they must win. A series that Charlotte has to win to hold on to number 1. If you're an Omni Nation fan right now, boy, you're feeling like you're on cloud 9 the way this series is going. They are getting a fight out of Chaos. Corrupted G and Shadow collide. It'll be Shadow's boost out of the corner, but he can't get around on a shot because Mektos is there. So Turinturo will try to center again. Got it out towards Shadow, but not the ball he was expecting, so Karma will have to take over. Hops over one, but Mektos is there. That's good defending. Good patient defending by Chaos, because sometimes you see a team take their time like that. You get a little jumpy. They didn't. They turn it into this on the other side. Taroko is en fuego.
Taroko out of the corner using a almost Charlotte style offense there, where he's just all the way down the field looking for that quick transition, that kind of gimme position, feed me the ball, and he's there, and you know, he converts on it. Oh my.
Shadow's not gonna get there in time for this, and this is a victory lap right now for Chaos in game 3.
This is rough to watch after we just talked about how long it's been since they even dropped a game. And right now, Charlotte Phoenix does not look themselves.
Give you an idea of how bizarre this series has been. We talked about Shadow averaging 1.37 goals a game. He's got 6 hat tricks on the season. Nobody else has more than 3. And that's one to Mike, who's got 3. But he does not have a goal in this series. Got a few assists, almost got one there. But another missed opportunity by the Charlotte Phoenix. Been the story of this series for them, and it's a series in which they're going to drop down 2-1 against Chaos. Chaos Esports Club, 5 minutes away from saving their spot in Season 10 of the Rival Series, as they have brought it back 2-1 ahead, and it all started, Super, with that incredible goal from Corrupted G at 0 in Game 2.
Yeah, that's the shot in the arm for this Chaos team, was Corrupted G coming through with that amazing 0-second clincher to stop it from going to OT in the previous round. Now they came through and just carried that momentum over and dominated this match, 12 shots to 6, doubling the number of shots that Phoenix took. That does not happen. That has not happened. I don't know that they've been doubled in total number of shots, even in the two games where they had issues where they took their losses earlier in the season. I don't believe that existed in the Ablev or Stromboli games. So Chaos right now is just on it offensively. They are after every single ball. They're starting to set up plays that we haven't seen them do a ton. Those cherry pick plays, like Taroko's been down there just kind of waiting for the ball, trusting his teammates to clear defensively. They're operating like a well-oiled machine right now.
if Chaos goes on to win this is a huge if, but if Chaos wins here, is that goal by Corrupted G the single most important goal of the season?
I think it's the most impactful goal of the season. I don't know about most important, but I will say that it had the most impact. I'm only saying that because I can't remember every goal.
Sure. It feels like this whole series shifted after that goal, though. Maybe not. Shadow finally scores one as he gets a kind bounce off the crossbar.
That is not what you want to see, Chaos. You do not want to see Shadow start putting balls in the net. This is the guy that's kind of been asleep here so far for this series for them. Shadow is that offensive power for them. He is that guy that makes plays happen. He does the solo plays, and he's been out of it for multiple games here, and I'm not sure. I'm trying to watch this round if it ends up happening again of what they are doing that is causing him so much grief and issue. But if he gets going, I expect this one to turn around really quickly.
Goal number 38 on the season for Shadow. We thought we were going to see that in game one, and then plenty more to follow. Here's Taroko, just barely blocked by Karma, and Shadow with another clear downfield. He's got Turo chasing. Taroko's got to get up there, and he does. Excellent defending by Taroko, who has been so important for Chaos over the past few seasons, even going back to when they were clutch twists, but especially in this series. This is going to be on target. It is!
Man, this win here against Shadow coming off the corner. Shadow loses control of that ball, comes out just quick enough to throw Karma off and not able to get turned around and carry the momentum up quick enough to get a touch on it. 1-1.
The hits keep on coming every time Charlotte has something going their way. They had 2 unanswered goals near the end of game 2. Looked like they were going to force overtime. Even had a chance to win it at 0. And then they just get gutted by Corrupted G at the 0-second mark. They haven't been the same since. Getting that goal early was great, but then that goes in from Mekdos. And more threatening here as Corrupted G can't get around on a pass. Karma up against Taroko, and winning a challenge against Taroko has been like pulling teeth. He bumps Karma from behind, knocks her out of the play. And now Mekdos, that got around Shadow, but there is Karma.
Yeah, Taroko's been really aggressive on the bump side, too. Previously, before that bump you just called out, he had just come through on his previous pass and actually bumped Shadow as I was trying to watch and see what the issue has been for him on that side, and that may be it. They may just be targeting him and trying to bump him.
Dropped out in front, but Mekdos will just roll one out there for Turo to collect. And good on him. He got ball and boost and got back on the ball, but didn't have any teammates downfield to help him. Karma taken out by Taroko yet again. It does feel like Taroko has kind of made that a point of emphasis to just try and take Karma off the field. Almost like she enables a lot that Charlotte does, which she does. Taroko got her again.
Just out there.
He's going to be up for this just ahead of Shadow. 2 minutes and change remaining in a game that, remarkably, Charlotte has to win to keep their hopes at number 1 and going directly to the RLCS alive. They are guaranteed no less than a spot in the promotion tournament, but given how unkind the promotion tournament has been to this roster in the past, pretty sure they'd like to avoid that at all costs. Karma, big drive, it's wide, but sent away anyways. Now Corrupted G off to the corner. Chaos, meanwhile, they got to feel pretty good about the position they're in. As much as they have gifted to the Charlotte Phoenix, they've gotten a few gifts of their own, and they've also created a lot of incredible offense, especially on the part of Taroko, who is there to challenge Karma. That'll find Corrupted G. Coming on is Mekdos, and he almost hit Corrupted G right on the mark. Shadow is trying to get that to Turo. Wasn't his best pass. Down to a minute remaining. 1 goal apiece. Chaos looking for what at this point may well be a golden goal. Karma trying to drop one down. Taroko is right there, nothing in front for the Charlotte Phoenix. So Turo will try again, and Mekdos is there to beat him again.
Taroko just has his hands on everything. Taroko just has his hands on everything. He's there for every pass coming infield. He's there to bump or demo somebody every time they're in the offensive half. Gets there to block Shadow just now, and you saw him. He tried to turn and go upfield like he was going to go for another bumper demo, but saw that opportunity go away. He is just seeing everything and trying to take a chance. If there's an opportunity, he is absolutely jumping for it.
Down to 5 seconds. Mekdos trying to center. Nobody's there. Karma, one last look, and as she got it, might have beaten Taroko, but hey, this time, they go to overtime.
Yeah, no Corrupted G coming in for a hero play off the wall this time. We're actually going to see this OT. Corrupted G is going to try and set one up, though, early for Taroko, who's been extremely hot-handed, but he is unable to get to that one.
I mean, it is amazing how many close games Chaos played last season. They had this absurd stat that I wish I could remember. They played probably about 50 such games, and after that demo by Shadow, Turo prolongs the series to 5.
That's how you get it done. Here early, they're going to get in, get the pressure going. Shadow's going to go in for the bump, make a huge open net for that opportunity. Turo there to finish. We're going to get the Game 5. It has been a rough go to get there. Because of course we are. Why would we have anything other than a Game 5 with this scenario of fighting to be number 1 and fighting to stay alive? What better place to finish off the league play for the season than on Champions Field?
It's so fitting, right? We go to Champions Field. Here's what's on the line for everybody here. If Charlotte wins this next game, they will go number 1. That much is settled. They'll go number 1. They'll be in the RLCS. They don't have to play in the promotion tournament. It'll be left for Stromboli and Omni Nation to fight over that. If Chaos wins, then you look at Chaos will get into the top 6. Oh, by the way, if Charlotte wins, Chaos is out of the top 6. You've got Warriors International would be in the top 6. So that would be Karma helping out Jay Wismont and company. You've got, if Chaos wins, they're in the top 6. Warriors are out, and Omni goes to number 1. There's so many parts that will stop moving at the end of this next 5 minutes, and it all comes down to Champions Field one last time, Supersonic.
This is it. This is that moment. We've got the 3 count. We've got the go-ahead with the first kickoff of the final match of NA League play for the Rival Series this season.
NA Rocket League, everybody. Here we go. Corrupted G. Lob towards Karma. She will have this ball, so we'll get a piece of that as well off of Mekdos. Now it'll be lobbed forward by Shadow for Turo. That's been a deadly combo. Karma doesn't center, so Mekdos will get this out. Corrupted G around a defender. Oh, what a pretty goal by Corrupted G!
It's as pretty as that pink little car that Corrupted G is driving. That touch to get it around the defender under and to the right, but didn't put it too far. Left it right in line for himself to get back behind that ball and sink that shot. Beautiful heads-up play from Corrupted.
Corrupted G is seldom going to be Chaos's leading scorer in a series, but every goal he scores, or a good chunk of them, are going to be so vitally important. Shadow couldn't react in time as the ball kind of ricocheted around. That was a great opportunity for Charlotte to tie the game, but that's gone by the wayside, and they have to work from their own defensive end again. Taroko very calmly trying to get by Shadow. Karma's got the midfield boost, so she'll take this over and cannot stay up in the air, so Mekdos will have it away. Now Mektos. Taken by Turinturo. We mentioned that a win for Charlotte Phoenix would be Karma helping out Jay Wismont after they were teammates for so long. It would also be Turinturo helping out Buddy and Thunder. But they still got to get there. They've got to find a goal sometime in the next 3 minutes plus. Karma got this centered, but again cleared away. Now Turinturo for Shadow. That's going to be wide, and Mektos try to clear it away, only as far as Karma. But there is Taroka to send it away. So another kind of salvo from Charlotte Phoenix, dismissed by the defense of Chaos. Now Mektos, oh, if he had any boost at all, might have been able to get back onto that ball, but he has to let that one go.
A lot of holes on the Charlotte side. That's got to be 6th, 7th, maybe 8th time we've seen just an open net throughout this series so far, which is something that they just don't typically do. I'm not sure what they are trying to change to try and meet Chaos's offense right now, but whatever it is not working properly.
Oh, what a play from Turo, and his shot just whistled wide. Oh boy, that feels like robbery. Feels like this game should be tied. It is not. Shadow does win that challenge. It'll find Turo. Oh! Double taps, and we are tied.
He's getting it back. He doesn't care. No way he's letting the post have another ball from him. He is mad, and he is getting that one back. Turinturo with the beautiful self-pass off the wall into a ridiculous angle.
And the roller coaster of emotions that must be felt right now between Warriors and Omni and Chaos fans and Charlotte fans, all watching this one with their breaths held. It'll be Turinturo looking for Karma, and that's great proactive defense by Turoko to Shadow him again. Off the crossbar. Follow up from Turo. He can follow this as well. That's played out by Turoko.
Oh.
I think Shadow was looking for Turinturo there, but Turo had no boost, had to rotate out. 40 to work with for Corrupted G. Needed one more touch to try and bounce that through, but he just missed the mark. Margin for error so slim at this point. Every missed touch, every missed rotation, every missed boost matters so much at this point. Shadow's coming on, tried to slope play, and Corrupted G did not give him any room to breathe. Now Turoko trying to get a piece of defender. Mektos for Corrupted G, and that's swatted away again. Another shot on, that's off the crossbar, and Turinturo will take this away. No follow-up there from Chaos. Had there been someone trying to read that, it may be a different story, as Corrupted G made the save but did not get that corner boost. Turo took it away from him. So Corrupted's got to get all the way across the field. This will waterfall down, and Corrupted G recovers in time.
Starting to turn into a bit of a slugfest between these two teams, each going down the field, making a quick attack, then the other one coming back, throwing a shot of their own. Corrupted G going to be able to block another one there as Karma comes off the ceiling down to Shadow.
Turoko, he got there again. Charlotte have been so close. Now watch out on the other side. 5 seconds left. Can Chaos do it again to them? Shadow's going to put this one up. Content to let it go down this time. It'll be golden goal to determine oh so much as we close out North America.
Champions Field OT. Is there anything that goes together better than that?
Corrupted G to the corner. Almost did it with a double off the kickoff. Now Turinturo. He's got Shadow down there, but he won't get a touch. Turoko's all over it. Oh, that popped out. Ooh. Karma stopped by Corrupted G.
Oh, so close. Shadow with a nice little stop here to Turinturo. See if they can turn this into a quick offensive change.
Oh, Turoko's in a tough spot. Corrupted G's got to get up, and he does. Just ahead of Shadow. He did barely enough. Karma waiting for Turinturo to get her the ball. She's coming on. Mektos blocks this, and Shadow will regroup.
That's something that Karma does.
But his teammates didn't.
It's something Karma does so often, is really more so than other players. You'll see Karma come up and go for a backboard and just touch the ball against the backboard and kind of pinch it down in front of the net.
Kuroko almost faked out the entire defense. Corrupted G didn't get rid of this ball, but he did pop this up, and Kuroko will have that away. Turoturo wisely staying back. This series is not going to end like that, I assure you. Corrupted G. Oh, Mektos had to avoid Turinturo. Shadow had Karma, but she turned around. Turo's going to bring another one in. High tension, high drama on Champions Field with oh so much on the line. We're going to send a team to the RLCS at the end of this, whenever it ends. Corrupted G, big clear. Mektos is there for it, but this is going to be wide. Shadow boost and ball and possession through one, but Corrupted G should have this. He's got options. He had to look to see where Mektos was. Now Mektos coming on. That's not going to be anything, but it is popped up by Turinturo. This could be trouble, but Kuroko got nothing behind it. Turo moving a little bit faster than the Chaos defense. He's able to get a shot off and steal some boost. This could be a missed opportunity for Chaos to get downfield, as Karma will keep the pressure on. He'll also steal even more boost out of the zone. Now Shadow floating one up, and Corrupted G's all over it. It looked like for a moment they might have had Mektos dead to rights in the net, but good team defense by Chaos prevailed. Corrupted G now. Over to Mektos. Oh, he's whiffed that ball. This could be trouble. Chance for the Charlotte Phoenix. They can get on to possession here. Turinturo looking for one more touch. He'll get this to the corner, but it's going to be Karma who has to dive in. Turo waiting. Not getting a pass as Shadow could not finish there, but Karma's going to run onto one. Turo's up, and Corrupted G stopped him.
Man, these team plays, I love it that Charlotte isn't falling into a rhythm of just trying to take solo plays. They're still trying to create these team pass opportunities for themselves, but the read defense of Chaos has been stepping up to the task as they put one down in front, and Mektos
saves Chaos! They're going to stay in the top 6, and it's Omni Nation who goes to the RLCS. Mektos, the veteran, from an even wilier veteran in Corrupted G. What a finish for Chaos!